Good morning, everybody. So today's lesson, you're continuing with multiplying and you're using what you know about your place value chart to be able to multiply decimals. So if we look at the Let's Explore together, now what I want you to remember today is if this gets too much and you start to think, oh, actually, I'm struggling multiplying decimals, then I want your focus to be putting your digits onto a place value chart, making them 10 times bigger, making them 10 times smaller, and then stick with that because that will help you massively. So I don't want you to get bothered about, oh, actually, I haven't been able to complete all of the sheet, but I am feeling really confident with the place value chart and multiplying and dividing by 10. So for example, in the Let's Explore, we've got 3.6. So first of all, lots of practice by yourself or with somebody at home if you're working with somebody else at putting that number onto the place value chart correctly. It's got 3 ones, it has 6 tenths, and rehearse saying that lots and lots of times. I've got my point, my decimal point in the middle here, 3.6. And then we're going to look at how we can multiply that by 3. Now, when we multiply decimals, it is easier to multiply that decimal as a whole number. So 3.6, instead of multiplying that as 3.6, we want to make that into a whole number. To make that into a whole number, we've got to multiply it by 10. And we know when we multiply a number by 10, it has 1 0, which means it moves 1 place. Multiplying this number is going to make it larger, so we move it to the left. 1 place to the left to make our number larger. So I move my 3 ones and they become 3 tens. I move my 3 tenths and they become, I move my 6 tenths and they become 6 ones. I've now turned 3.6 into 36. Then I can multiply 36 by 3 to be able to get my product. I always start in my ones column. 6 times by 3. So I might count up in my 6s or actually my 3s. So 6, 12, 18. That's because I'm confident in my 6s. If you decide, actually, I'd rather count in my 3s, then you will count in your 3s 6 times. So 6 times by 3 is 18. I know that 18 has 1 10, so it has to go down here, and 8 ones. I've now got 3 tens because that is a 30 times by 3. I know that 3 times 3 is 9. So 30 times by 3 must be 90. I'm going to put my 9 in my tens column and my 0 will be taken up by my 8. But then when I go to do this, I suddenly spot that actually I've got a 1 already in my tens column, 110. 90 add 10 is 100. So I now need to move my 1 to my hundreds column. Now, right at the end, there's a step that we mustn't forget. To start out, we had 3.6. We made it 10 times larger, which got us to 36. What do you think we need to do at the end? Hopefully, everybody said or is thinking in their head, we need to make it 10 times smaller. So we put 108 in our place value chart. Let's just move these out of the way. 108, and it's the opposite to what we did before. So this time, when I make it smaller, I'm going to move it still 1 place, but this time it's 1 place to the right. 8 becomes 8 tenths. My 0 tens become 0 ones. My 100 becomes 110. I've now got 10.8. That should be my final answer. Now, your Let's Explore asks you to compare those two methods. Do you think the answer should be 3.6 multiplied by 3 is 108? Or do you think it should be 10.8? Now, you should be feeling pretty confident because we've just gone through that together. Look at the method in the Let's Explore. Which one is incorrect? What have they forgotten to do in the step where they've got their answer as 108? And then have lots and lots of practice of multiplying those decimals by 10, making your answer 10 times smaller. Okay, good luck.